I've been in the business for 10 years, usually doing 25 to 35 transactions. But all of a sudden, for the first 6 months of last year, I closed 0 transactions for my sphere. And I was like, this is stupid. And that's about the time I landed at KW, was in June. And I decided it was time for things to change. And it was time for me to actually start climbing the fruit tree because it was more sparse. It's time to know where to fish and how to fish and what to use to actually get business going. And it was time for me to start doing the things that I'd been learning about for 10 years, but not implementing. And one of those things was, for the first time, actually getting my database all in one place, because I had phone numbers in my phone, I had emails in my Gmail, I had addresses in a little program that's sending out postcards that I use, but I didn't have all of it together. I hadn't gathered people's birthdays so that I could tell them happy birthday and send them a card. I'd done none of that stuff. And so my first task at KW, with no business in hand, was to just start gathering all that information into Command. They'd given me this wonderful new tool. It's simple, it made sense. And so I gave myself a task of every day getting 10 full contacts into my SOI. It's easy. It was simple.
That number sounds familiar. 10-4, right?
Yeah. Just 10 contacts a day. And then if I did that, I could go home and call the day a win. And that meant like name, address, phone number, email, birthday. If they didn't have their birthday, I was calling them, because you know what? It's great to call your clients, and asking what their birthday is a question they love to answer. And so I got all that information 10 a day, and then I would just go home. And I did that until I was confident that I had everybody. I went through all of my phone contacts. I went through all my emails. I went through everything until I was confident I had everybody in there. And it was getting really hard to find even one more name. It landed me at about 250 contacts. And I have husband and wife separate in there for a reason, because they have separate email addresses and they'll respond differently to marketing or whatever. But 250 contacts. And at that point, I was like, great, I've achieved that goal. Now it's time to move on to start getting touches. Working your SOI is the #1 way to sell homes in this business. I don't care what anyone else tells you. Everything else is way harder, way more expensive, and way more difficult. Not that you shouldn't do some of those things too and have multiple streams, but if you're not working your SOI effectively, there's no sense doing anything else first. And so this working your SOI is all about having constant contact with them, staying on the front of their mind. People, did you tell me people forget what you do every 13 days?
It was in one of our classes.
Yeah, somebody cool said that. And so they have programs in Command like 36 touch or 50 whatever touch. It's all about the number of touches with your clients per year. And so I decided to start implementing that program. And I understood calling them quarterly. I understood sending out cards and postcards and things like that. But it was time to add email, because that adds 24 touches if I do it twice a month. That's excellent. But I needed to do it in a way where it would actually cause people to engage and they wouldn't just delete it. And so I'm going to teach you a little bit about what I do and why, and you find your own rhythm that works. You don't have to copy me. This is just what I came up with, and I'm not the world's most creative, brilliant marketer. My background's in construction maintenance. So this is not my forte. I did not take marketing classes. I did not have a degree in marketing. I had time on my hands and a desire to actually work this business the way that it should be worked. And so I wanted to get these emails actually being opened. And my track record, what's cool in Command, I'm just going to dangle the bait before we get there, is that you get to track these emails and how they're working. So I'm going to go to my email campaigns right here. And you can see the ones that I've sent. For example, in January, I sent out 197 emails, and 133 of them were opened, and the link, 5 people clicked the link. And now for like email marketing, I Googled this real quick to find out what an open rate is that would consider a successful campaign. And they say 25%, but I'm rocking over 50. All right. And most of this is because these people know me. And also because for months now, they've realized that Brian's emails are fun and they're going to win stuff. And so now I'll get like my giveaways, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll have 20 people respond. Did you?
Yes, I did it this month. And I did like a marketing thing.
Yeah.
Well, not a marketing, excuse me, a real estate part. And then at the bottom, I did a giveaway, which I gotta draw my winners, and then we'll have them come to here to give them. And I had, hold on, I'll tell you 1 second how many. I was gonna pull it up, but I did. Yeah, hang on, I was gonna pull my emails up and tell you exactly. So I followed the Brian way.
I love it so much.
I'm not that bright though. It did take me.
Neither am I. That's why this works.
Yeah, hold on, you keep talking and I'll find it. and then I'll
So
find it.
like my January giveaway, 195 emails went out, 150 of them were opened. That's incredible. That means people are at least reading it. They're seeing my face at the bottom.
They're just looking at it.
Yeah.
Not reading it.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Okay, so this is 2 touches, and my strategy is this. The first email in every month is really short. Let me give you an example of one. I'll go down to my designs, over to emails. Let's find January, that one's November giveaway. Ready,
Yes,
tell me.
okay. So I sent out 86, some of them were wrong addresses.
Uh-huh.
57 people opened out of the 86 and 3 people clicked, and I had 5 people clicked on the email because we had a link to my stuff, and
Yeah.
I had 6 people actually respond to my quiz about movie, like what was the famous lines from the
Yeah.
movies, and 6 people responded to enter the drawing.
How'd it make you feel?
Fantastic.
Yes.
My first one ever, so I felt
It
really
was
good
on
about
Power
it.
Up. We were talking about this. The dopamine hit that
Yeah.
happens there is like, let's pull the thing again and try again.
I'm telling you, if you do this, the temptation, you're gonna like, we're gonna have to have another class about how you have to do more than just send out emails, because this is so fun that you'll just only want to do this every month.
Well, nobody unsubscribed either.
Yes.
Oh, wait, excuse me, one person did, because I think I accidentally sent it, because I did get one real estate agent off there, I accidentally
Oh.
did get him off, because I was trying to make sure I didn't send it like
Don't-
Angie.
Don't look at
So
don't even look at the not sent group in your command.
Or
Don't even
the
look at it.
unsubscribe
Yeah,
one.
don't even look at that. It's a small percentage. It's people that are really protective of their email,
That's all that it is, like.
and it's a really small
It's
number.
not that they want to be in business with you, it's that literally I get 150 emails and I'm unsubscribing from
Yeah.
10 to 15 a day myself.
Well,
so
I
it's
do
not
too, but
personal.
I try not to send it to other agents. You know,
Yeah.
I get those.
I love when they.
beforehand.
send them to
I
me.
have
feel
people-
like-
I have people, yes, I have people who have unsubscribed that I have lunch with the next week, and we're good friends, so it doesn't matter. Like, don't take it
I
personally.
didn't feel bad about it. I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, ah, shoot, I forgot to put that.
Angie
Thank you
makes
for
an
the
interesting
feedback.
point. I want you guys to, as your emails come in for the next 30 days, the junk email that you get that you normally delete, look at it and look at their formatting, look at their content, look at how they laid it out, and start to steal ideas. I have in my email right here a folder called sample emails. And this is when I was doing research, I would literally, Real Advantage Title sends out great stuff. I would look at this and be like, I love the format. I want to do something like, look how they have a little divider in between sections, how they have a header at the top. They have different colored backgrounds every time they switch topics. Like, I would just use this to pick ideas. I even like fully admit, I got one from Red Sign Team and I had to call Clay to ask if I could copy some of the stuff. Because I wanted to be like, hey, I want your permission, but you'll notice that his graphic right here, that's a simple digestible stat, looks a lot like the one that Brian sends out now. That's just slightly modified right here. Right, so I've just been the world's greatest thief. And so take the emails that you get that come in and just steal what you like and make something that makes sense to you. So an example of my giveaway email, here's November. It's literally just a header. ChatGPT, I wrote this awkward, bumbly description of what I wanted and had ChatGPT rewrite it in a more exciting way. It says, fall is here, and that means one thing, campfires. My family's favorite fall activity this year has been sitting around campfires of one variety or another. We're especially loving our solo stove. That's why I'm giving away a solo stove Mesa XL to one lucky winner. Keep in mind, this email only goes out to my VIP list, so your odds are good. To enter, simply reply to this email with a photo of one of your favorite fall activities, whether you're carving pumpkins, raking leaves, hiking a scenic overlook, or you just want to enjoy the season. The winner will be selected at random from all entries that must be submitted prior to November 15th. Why? Because my newsletter goes out on the 16th and I need to have the winner selected. So what are you waiting for? Send me your pictures. And then
You always do something personal to tie in.
yes, I always do something where they have to write back to me.
And about you, so they're feeling like they're ready to know you.
No, I don't care if they get to know me. I just make them write back to me. And the cool thing is they'd send me their pictures of a football game they went to or a hike they went on. And then what do? I respond to that email and engage in a conversation about how cool that hike was, or yes, I was at that game too. And we start to have a conversation, because email is great, but it is not the most effective touch to your sphere. The most effective touch is face-to-face or voice-to-voice. And so anytime I can convert some of these to one of those, that is the greatest win I can have with this. So 20 people are writing back to me. means they not only read my email, but decided to engage, and 20 people are getting a personal response from me. Some of them a phone call from me if what they sent was cool enough that I like. One guy took the same picture of the same hike probably within a week of me. And so I called him and I was like, no kidding, when did you go? And I texted him the picture I took and it was the exact same. And we had this fun conversation, right? This is not a hard contact to make with your sphere. They started it, kind of. They feel like they did, right? And so I have a picture of what they're going to win with a little description, a little blurb that says, thank you for your referrals. That's the only real estate thing I even put in this. And then there's my signature. The end. I got 20 responses with pictures from people, had wonderful conversations. Now, the person that wins, I make them come into the office. Let me show you one of these. So I make them come into the office to pick up their gift. And we have probably a 10-minute conversation in the office where we catch up on their family. Again, face-to-face contact, guys, the best thing that can happen to you. And I had 3 winners for Halloween. I had them all have their picture taken in front of our Keller Williams logo. And then I blew it back out in the email newsletter that went out just after that, right? And so now, like, here's my sneaky branding with not so subtle logo in the background, and people smiling, all happy that they know Brian. Okay, so that's my strategy. My next email, oh my gosh, I should just show you while I have it up. So the next email that goes out is a newsletter. This is not hard to make. It's not incredibly creative. I have this header that I made in Canva, a picture I stole from the news, an article I stole from the news that's linked to that. This is the hardest thing, is I make my own, what I feel like is a really digestible infographic of how many days on market, the list to sales price ratio, so people can understand, well, if I list my house, I'll probably get about 96% of what I listed it for. A really simple chart of median home prices so people can kind of see what home prices are doing. I made it in Excel. And then this is a Canva graphic as well. That's just like, you can change where the little needle goes, but it's kind of telling them whether it's a buyer or seller's market. And this is all that they want to know. If they're not interested in buying houses, they want something they can glance at really quick and be like, oh, cool, that's what the market's doing, if they look at it at all. Then I've got fall home maintenance tips, which, yes, I stole from the internet, along with this picture. Dean, you can tell me if I'm not supposed to use other people's pictures.
He will not confirm or deny.
Yes, yes.
Especially if they're saying this is Getty image.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's a what?
Do not use a Getty image.
Whatty that?
Getty, Getty.
Oh, because the,
Movie stars and stuff have those.
oh, got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just be careful.
Yeah.
Because then, but you're not selling anything with this. You're simply doing something. And so you said, dude, I'll take it.
So the
Yeah.
class by Josh Barrett, he said that he told us to do pexels.com, and there's free
Great.
photos on there, and there's videos,
Do it. Do that.
little videos. So if anybody wants a place to get their graphics.
Love it.
That is free, pexels.com.
I love it so much.
Pexels with Texels.com.
Okay, so my first email is a giveaway. My second email is a newsletter. And I may sneak another email in there that, like, a reminder to set your clocks back for daylight savings or whatever, just on occasion. But so getting started with this, I'm going to speak blast, design an email together, export it into Command together, and we're going to send it to your contacts. All right. Stripo, STRIPO. And I've got the main page open here, so you'll know you get to the right place.
No MailChimp has a limit of like 2,000 for you to pay. Is there something about?
This is, Stripo's not actually sending your emails. This is just designing it. And then we actually send it with Command, because Command is brilliant as a CMA, as a, what's the acronym? CRM. Yeah, it's brilliant for a CRM, and I've loved it. I just had a hard time designing emails in there. And maybe they fixed it since then, and I'm teaching you something you don't need to know, but let's assume not, and you'll have a second arrow in your quiver if Command is better now in that regard. I just couldn't figure it out, and that's because I'm not amazing that way. So I'm gonna wait now until everybody who wants to send an email today has created a Stripo account and is ready to go. The thing that I love about Stripo is that it's what you see is what you get. You get to actually preview your email. You'll see what it looks like on a phone. You'll see what it looks like on a tablet. You see what it looks like on a computer. You can do images, you can do text, you can format the text differently. You can do all this different stuff. You can create templates. So I have templates for just my newsletter. And then I have templates for my giveaways. And so I can get it like last night, just to test this, to make sure that I wasn't stupid for trying to do it in a class. I created the email newsletter that we're going to send out in a grand total of 6 minutes.
Even if you're not planning to send it out, you should follow all of these steps so that you're ready to go when you do have it. So. that's my
I will give you
recommendation, is,
guys-
like, take a second and
Yeah.
like, follow
Just make
along
a
with
fake,
them
make a fake one.
and
Yeah.
send it to your.
Or get all the way to the end and just don't click send because you don't have an email list. You're also going to forget some steps here. And since I taught this last time, I've had 5 or 6 people reach out to me personally, one last night, and say, I can't remember how to do this thing. And I will answer for you. I'll FaceTime with you. I'll Zoom with you. I'll call, I'll talk it over. You're welcome to come into my office anytime and I'll walk you through it. Bring your laptop. Like, I believe in this enough that I'm willing to help you guys get all the way to the finish line so that you're comfortable and confident in sending out email newsletters. Anybody not ready to move on? Excellent. So we're going to go into logging in. Now I'm going to show you in advance what I intend to create since I did make it last night and what we're going to send out today. This is the finished product, but I'm going to recreate it again with you. So here we are, a February 2024 giveaway. Now, Angie has sent to you a link to a Google Drive folder where I've pre-created all this stuff for you to use. But I just use Canva, and I go into Canva and Google email header for February. And then instead of newsletter, I put giveaway. And like, if this was pre-made for me, I'm no genius. That's why there's 4 of them in there. So you can choose which one you like the most and slap it in your email.
A link on the WhatsApp group.
Find it. We're going to need that.
So where are we right now? Are we in Stripe?
We're in Stripo, but I've stepped forward to show you the last chapter of the book before we go back and read it together. Yeah, so you won't have this because I made it. This is what our finished product is going to look like that we're going to send to your database today. And the person who, I don't know, help me pick. I'm going to pay for somebody's gift card. But whoever was the most faithful at getting your email into command, maybe sends it to the most people. Angie's going to choose someone and I'm going to pay for their $50 gift card to go out to their sphere to reward you for being diligent in preparing for our class today and to let you taste the joy of watching your SOI fight over a $50 gift card by sending you funny stuff. Okay.
That's so fun. I love it. We'll figure out.
Angie's going to tell me who, and I will.
Talk about KW culture. Freaking love it. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, I'm just paying back what a decade in this industry with selfless agents has given me. So I wrote this, I wrote a little paragraph of what I wanted to say. I threw it in ChatGPT and say, make this sound more fun and professional and exciting. This is what we're doing. Here's the idea. Think you've seen it all into the sugary aisles of Valentine's Day. Think again. This February, we're celebrating the worst possible messages you could ever find written on a tiny heart of sugar. Unleash your inner comedian and craft the candy heart inscription that would make Cupid himself cry or maybe laugh a little bit. Here's the sweet and slightly sour deal. Reply to this email with your most hilariously horrible candy heart message. Funny is the key, but remember to keep it PG-13 or below. You could see how this could go wrong. I do want to share the funny answers in my newsletter, so that's why I'm keeping it to a point where I could send it out to everybody, okay? More than one response is welcome and encouraged. The person who makes me laugh the hardest wins a mouth-watering $50 gift card at Texas Roadhouse. Yum. Entries close February 7th, so don't dilly-dally. The reason I said February 7th is you get most of your responses in the first 4 or 5 days, and then it just dies off because the people who didn't by then aren't going to. So I used to give them half of a month, but then I had to wait so long to start writing my newsletter that drove me nuts. So February 7th. The best answers will be immortalized in digital ink and featured in February's newsletter in a couple weeks. Feeling stuck? Here's a starter to get your creative juices flowing. ChatGPT wrote this. I didn't. Call me later, like way later. Now go forth and craft the candy heart messages that Hallmark would never touch. May the wittiest answer win. With love, Brian. Then I've got a.
What was your prompt? I'm curious for that.
Okay, so I actually use Google Bard instead of ChatGPT. Now I have to confess. I don't know why. So let's see. There you go. There's my prompt. Rewrite this to make it sound more interesting. For this month's giveaway, I need you to be creative. Respond to this email with what you think would be the absolute worst thing you could find written on a candy heart. Funniest answer wins. Best appropriate answers will be included in the February newsletter in a couple weeks. The person who I find the most clever will win a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse. Responses must be submitted by February 7th. Way more clunky, like a caveman. That's what Brian wrote. That's what I'm capable of.
That's cool.
And they turned it into something fun and exciting. So yay for AI.
What is this? I'm not familiar with this.
Google Bard, but you could use Chat GPT.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
what
It's an AI.
What?
Well, let me just give you a demonstration. Give me a list of 10 things I could write a real estate email newsletter about. Or on the computer.
It's just
Changing
AI
the world
helping you
by
out.
looking for friends.
Check that out. So-
So it's giving you 10 things.
Too far away.
Sorry. So I just typed, give me 10 things.
I use it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's too far away for me.
Okay, this is a sidetrack. We're getting sidetracked and I don't want to because we have to get all the way through this. Okay, so this is a finished product. I demonstrate what they're going to be getting with an image. I say, thank you for your referrals, and I've got my email signature. Now we're going to make this together. Anyone opposed? I don't care.
All in favor?
Yeah. Thank you. On the left-hand side, go down to my templates. I'm going to change my screen resolution so that it shows up bigger on the TV. Because now is the point where you probably need to see.
Well, good, you can't see either. If Lucas can't see, we're all toast.
So you're in Stripo, you want to go to your template.
Yep, go to templates because I want you to be able to use this one to make your next month one if you want to.
So if you just got here, you gotta go to Stripo and create a free account. So we're looking at an empty template right now.
You should. So I'm going to click new template and it's going to pop up and look like this. So an important thing to understand about Stripo, can you guys see this at all? You probably have it on your screen. You're seeing a series of blue boxes right here, right? So Stripo's got two things you need to remember. Structures, which is literally just like how many columns, what you're trying to do with it. It's just how many columns really. So if I go to structures and I click on structures on the left, I get a choice of lines that I can put in. Now it's auto-populated for some reason with 3 different structures in here. And it's not exactly how I'm going to do it.
Why is yours on the left and ours on the right?
I don't know, I'm on the right too.
You're special. It's the same stuff.
Okay, just check.
Yeah. So click on structures and you see 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column, lopsided column, right? You can just take one and drag it right in here and drop it where you want it. And this is kind of how you determine the shape of your email. And then you go right below that to blocks. And you now get to choose what goes in that structure. So I'm going to take image and drag it over onto this top structure right there. And now it knows it's going to be a picture. This is where you open up the Google Drive folder I sent you. Make sure you've got a 1 column picture at the top of your page. I'm gonna come
Is
around.
it the $50 that we want to drag?
Oh, you said
Are you talking about the locals one that you sent us, or the one after that? They're both on there, so the
Who's
local
that?
file is the second one.
Well,
So the
might be
second one is
email.
Google Drive. Yeah, those drive files. They're on one, okay.
You're gonna drag the 1 column and stick it up. Now you can put it on the block.
Right.
Carousel? No. Nope.
Okay, what if we can't find it?
So you're gonna find out that I I learned just enough to get this done, but I do not understand everything inside.
Here's the problem, I can't find it, and I saved it. And then I can't find it at all, so it's not on here. Like I can find my post. my
Hello,
notes.
excuse me, I have a question. Hello, this is Erica.
Mic test. Hello, Erica.
Okay, sorry I am late. I got so confused. I thought this was in person and I came all the way to the office. Can you hear me? Are you live? Are you live somewhere in the office?
Let me just.
So guys, that Google Drive link that Andrew sent you, open it on the computer you're working on. If you need to, email it to yourself from your phone.
Okay,
You're gonna download the content on your computer because you're gonna need it there to put it in your emails.
do I need to send a copy?
Send that link to yourself in an email and then open it on your computer.
So we go to start.
Hello, I hear you guys are like together somewhere that I didn't get to. I am in the office.
We are. Downloaded it, I started. See, I've done everything. I don't see it. I see like, I'm like, we are. It's not on start. Oh, I had it on my phone 1 second ago, like it was right there. So email it, I gotta find it again. That's what I was just gonna do, was email it, so send myself a copy. Would you like me to send it to you too? Let me look at yours, Lucas. What is yours? Oh, see, mine's on, okay, I just emailed it to myself.
I just have to figure out where my damn notes go.
Okay, so I just emailed it to myself, so let me find that. Let me go to my. Gmail.
Who needs me?
I came in a
Oh,
little
there,
late,
leave me in about a
but
second.
just to get on that.
Yeah. Resend your confirmation email, respond to it so your account gets created.
It just worked though, you saw that I started. It's-
Don't worry, you'll move faster after this. You're getting connected with your Google Drive link. But I'm gonna show you how to get that first one in there. Some of you have already done it. You can pick which header you like the most. I included a few and hopefully that didn't make it confusing. Once you have the fact that this is a picture up here, click on it. And then go over to this thing right here where it says drop images. And then you find it. And select it. And it puts it in there.
I'm like, I'm fine with downloading it, I have no and then I should be able to pull it.
Got it. Just trying to like.
I'm not a.
You what?
No.
I have it done, it's up here, and then grab it.
Drop it there.
There we go.
Let's see. Ta-da! Boom! And then it.
I'm trying to create a password. Like a password.
All this is on your, and then we've done, try to put that in there.
Yeah.
Drop that in there, and then.
Okay, it looks like we got a lot of people who are ready to go on to the next thing. I'm happy to stay after for anybody who felt like they lagged behind.
If I got on the right email, guess what it worked? I was on the wrong email.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm.
Hi. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, sorry, it's so hard to. Let me get my backpack out of the way.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so the next thing that we want to add in here is the text writing. So we've got to get a single column structure right below our email header. Well, I have one right here that it automatically stuck in. If you hover your mouse over that and you get the 3 dots all the way over to the right, you can grab this move icon and I can just drag that structure up here right underneath.
Wait, which one, the,
3 dots on the right.
I'm on the right, I'm with you, I'm hanging there. I
Okay.
didn't know which button, which side to do.
Now we're going to go down to blocks and we're going to grab text and we're going to tell it that that's supposed to be text.
Oh, the move, so you said move it up?
Yep, because we want it right below your header.
Okay, I got that part.
Now we're going to go to the Google Drive folder and open what says message body.
You said blocks, right? Again?
Blocks, yeah, and put text in there.
So tiny like this.
So those of you who are ready to go right with me, we're going to go through this and get all the way to the end, okay? So I can get you there and get it done. Those of you who are totally lost, hope is not lost. I will give you my one-on-one time to get you there individually if we need to. I taught my mom how to use the word processor. I can help anybody get this email out. So I'm going to move on. If you're totally lost, if you're following along and you trip over something, stop me. If you're totally lost, grab me after class. Let's set up a time to get together, or I can stay here and do it today. But we're going to move onward now. So opening up your Google Drive, the link that I sent you, you're going to find a Word document called message body. Open that up, just copy the text and paste it in that text block that you made. Okay, so now we're looking like this. Now I am OCD enough to care that I want everything in the same font, and I've chosen Tahoma as the font for my emails. So I'm going to make it all Tahoma, but that is not important. You do you. Now we have some extra stuff down here we don't need. I'm never going to use this lopsided one for this email. So I go to the 3 dots and I hit delete. I will use that one. I will use this one. Right now I want the 2-column option. So I'm going to take that, move it right up underneath my text. Now I'm going to go down to blocks and I'm going to drag an image into the left one. And I'm going to drag text into the right one. Did I lose anybody?
December notes.
Okay, so we got our text and email. I'm going to now go click on this image and go find my Texas Roadhouse gift card. Now, if you guys don't want to do a $50 gift card because that's too steep for this month or whatever, I've included a $25 option. Just make sure you edit the message body as well to reflect that. So it doesn't say $50, but show 25. So I'm going to do the $50 gift card. So that's the image I'm choosing. Again, I just made this stuff in Canva in advance so that we wouldn't have to try to teach you Canva, Stripo, and Command all in 1 hour.
And we're doing just on the side, on the left side, right?
Yep. The reason I do that is because on a cell phone, when you have 2 columns like this, it's going to take the left one and put it on top, and it's going to put the second one on bottom. So I'll have the Texas Roadhouse gift card first and the explanation second.
So do I just need to make an image on the very left one?
Yep, make sure the left one's an image and the right one is text. For the left one, choose the Texas Roadhouse gift card image. For the right one, come up with something like date night at Texas Roadhouse with your special someone. Format this in a way that you like it. And that's what I do. That's that spot. Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Brian, how do I move the wording in the middle?
Okay, so this is the one and only real estate thing that I stick in there, and I don't know that there's anything magic to it, but I want to subliminally be programming to my SOI that they should be sending me referrals. So I put a one-line text message in here that says, thank you so much for your referrals with exclamation points. So that they maybe someday would think, Brian expects and definitely appreciates me to refer my friends and family. So that's the next item of business here. So we have right here a full column structure, and I'm putting a text in there, and I'm taking that text and saying, thank you for your referrals with an exclamation point. I'm centering it. I'm making it huge, because it's a big deal to me. I'm making it bold.
What size font is that? Yeah, big.
I'm not even shy about it. I put it at 29, but man, go to 72 if you're crazy.
What if we did that exciting colors?
Do that. Absolutely do that. Make this yours. So you don't want to send out an email that's Brian flavored. You want to send out an email that's you flavored. So customize this and make it yours. The email. Okay. So I don't need a 2-column thing here, so I'm gonna click. I don't know why I won't delete that. Maybe I have to add another one. Stripo's funny that way. So I'm gonna make structure. I personally 3 columns right after the referrals thing. Okay. So for the email signature, I click the left box, or no, I go to blocks, excuse me. I take image, and then I do text for the middle, and then I do image for the last one. In the first box, go find your headshot.
What's the last one? Image, text, and then image.
Image, text, image. For the first image, do your headshot. Now you could go into Canva and design a fancy email signature that you save as an image and use in everything. But I'm not teaching Canva today, so we're just doing it the simple way here this time. Now, when you click on this image, I want you to know that anytime you're working on something, you can click on it, you get options to edit it on the left. So when I click on my picture, you'll see that right here, I could hyperlink this to something if I wanted people that would click my face to go to my website. Or if this were like a news article, I would hyperlink that picture to go to the news article or whatever. You can also say, stretch it to fit height-wise or width-wise. You can change the size if you feel like that was too big, which I do. Then in the text, and in the text block, I'm just typing a simple little business card, like a silly little business card. Here's my name. I'm a real estate, whatever you want to call yourself. Advisor. Cell phone number, email, and website address. The right image, go find your Keller Williams logo that you want to use.
Mira, otra vez me volvió a traer esta cosa morada.
So am I supposed to have 2 spots here?
Then, so what? This is. So, entonces.
Oh, I didn't, I'm like, I didn't put it anywhere. I just-
Está viendo cosas solitas.
Email mostly complete. Walking around, stop me if you need me.
Empezó a abrir cosas.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I got it to make my face. Come on, face.
Okay, I like to have little dividers in between every section because I'm OCD like that. So this is how we create dividers in between the sections. Now that we've got our email pretty much created, we're gonna go to structures, take a full column, drop it in between something, go to blocks, find spacer, drop it in there. Do that in between every section. Structures, single column, drop it in there, blocks, spacer. Structures, single column, drop it in there, blocks, spacer.
What do you put in there once you have the spacer? It just gives you this little line.
It's just a line, yeah. But you can click that line and you can choose the color, you can choose the thickness, you can choose the width. I just use the default thing because I'm fine with it. But one thing I do like to change, I feel like the gap that it is between like the header and my text is too big. All of these little objects here and go down to padding, you're gonna slide this thing that says more to give you more options. And I like to take away the top padding and the bottom padding to make the spacer tighter.
Sorry, these are just a little, it's our Wi-Fi.
It's impossible to see.
And we're getting close, but we're just over into this section here. I'm like, I can't quite see what, yours looks so good. You're doing great though, over to this far side, you're working on that.
Okay, so I'm gonna click spacer. I'm gonna go down to padding.
Okay, so you scroll down like 3 or 4 different things and you look for padding.
Yep. And then I just take away the top padding and the bottom padding because there's enough padding in the other cells to make sense. And I think I don't want all that space.
You don't want the white on the screen as much, is that kind of what it is?
Yeah, like I feel like there's a huge gap between these two and I want it a little tighter. So this is a personal preference. You don't have to do it. But I wanted you to understand that you could. Okay, now make sure, if you're where I am, make sure that you don't have any extra structures at the beginning, middle, or end of your email. So it's just complete like this.
And so next step is like, we looked up, but we got to get in command and send it.
It's time.
Yeah.
Go time. The last thing I do before we export, and then this starts to move pretty quick, is I like to click preview right here at the top. Because what it's going to show me on the left is what this is going to look like on a computer or a tablet. And I
I
just,
can't see your screen. Why is it just not quite there yet? Oh, there it is. We're in.
Okay.
It just is delayed.
on the left, it shows me computer or tablet. On the right, it shows me what it's going to look like on someone's phone.
So you guys go to that again. Show us how you did that one more time. Preview already.
At the top middle of your screen says preview.
Where preview is,
No, I'm trying to find KW logo.
that link that I sent on the WhatsApp.
Preview right up here at the very top.
You know what that one is?
No, it's on my phone.
And if you click that, it's just going to give you a preview to make sure that you like what it looks like. I'm going to tell you a secret, guys. This is going to blow your mind. And Dean was spot on when he said sending out an imperfect email is okay. So if today, as we're going to send, you see something that doesn't look quite right, that's fine. Getting your first email out today is the goal. And honestly, if you put a typo in a conspicuous place, it's a great way to get responses from OCD people. They will write back and they will tell you. So don't chicken out when we get to the point where we click send. Now that you've previewed, if you're happy with it, it's time to move this thing into command. But Stripe this is an important thing to know. The free account gives you 4 extra that are free. The kind of person who exports gets the command realizing a mistake and goes back to Stripo the second time you've used 2 of your 4. So be really careful of that. You can send 4 emails a month and never pay a dime for this service. But if you want to be able to export more than 4, you're gonna have to pay for it. Just fair warning. It's time now to export to command. If you're happy with what you see, has everyone previewed it? Is there any final things we need to do to make it go? Now's the time to do it. Okay, one more little trick for you guys. This is important. I need eyes and ears for a second. So you're gonna have a part of an email that you're gonna want to use again later, and we're gonna say, for example, signature. Let's get out of the,
I can't quite see you. Hang on a second.
I'm
We're
not there
slow.
yet.
We're almost there. Email signature. Okay. Now
You
we're
there?
caught up. Yep.
nope, we're not. It's still
No?
there we go. Come down, calm down, calm down. There we go. Okay, to the right of this signature, if you get all the way over here, you're gonna have these 3 dots. There's this download button that says save as module. Click that. You'll get a chance to name the module, save it. Now I've already done it, so it's not gonna let me do it. It'll just click save again. But then then when you're making this, underneath blocks, you have modules. You can go there and all of a sudden find the ones you've saved and just drag it right into your email and use it again in another email. So if you create a signature that you love, you can just use that.
But it was there, it wasn't free, and then put it on. It wasn't free.
Okay, I'm about to lead you guys on to
Well, we just have this link.
command.
On here, that no matter what we've done, it won't do it.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little slower now because it's time to move on to different software.
It's okay, you can,
So we're gonna go to export. Yours may look different, but you gotta find a place where it says HTML. That's the secret. I know that mine just shows this because HTML is all I've used, but it's gonna pop up a zillion options and you just need to find this green icon that says HTML and click it.
Okay, this is where I am. So I have this logo, I drag it,
So you've got structures. This tells you the shape of your email,
okay.
but blocks,
I'm not yet.
blocks right here tells you what's gonna go in there. So drag image over
Oh, okay.
and then you can click there. And right here, click that and it'll let you go find that picture. And then it will show up. Is everyone with me to show HTML code? Who's not? Okay, click show HTML code and it's gonna pop up this window of absolute alien garbage. Yeah, and then you're gonna have a button here that says copy to clipboard and you're gonna copy that and then you're gonna wave goodbye to Stripo. Yep. So I can't do it again on mine, but I can help you on yours. Oh, you're there.
No, I'm just sharing the screen. I can go with my
Oh,
phone,
you're
but
right.
not-
Who's
and
ready
show
to
me
do it?
here.
Rather than take what export. Oh, you got some things to do still?
And then we, like,
Awesome.
we're gonna just send it, so.
It's time to send.
I know.
It's perfect enough.
You guys, look, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it.
The
Do it
next
now.
time you're gonna do it, you're gonna make it more yours and you're gonna know how to do it. Who feels a little bit empowered and write your own email? Oh,
You're gone there, man. I haven't even gone there yet.
you're ahead of us. I haven't already either.
Okay, so go back to.
So get out of preview. That.
Go to back.
Export.
Export.
Yeah.
Okay, are Like your draft, are you still working or?
I have a text box there. There is, there's a text box.
Logo? You can also go to the, just KW West Build's website. Let's do that. That. The KW West Build.
There we go. See, that's better. The break eviction is one drop.
Actually made a file.
I can find them for
Yeah,
later.
that's
Do I change my writing to color?
Not like. Highlight. We should go
Okay, so we've copied it to the clipboard. Now go to command. This part's a little tricky, guys, so you're gonna want to really follow close here, because command will make you dizzy if you're not careful. Where's my, I can't see my tabs because the Zoom thing is hiding them. Okay, go to command. Let me get out of here. So in command, on the left-hand side of these columns that you probably haven't used all of them of, I want you to go to designs. It's the paintbrush in the square. Click designs, paintbrush in the square. And it's gonna, mine shows previous designs of emails I've sent. Yours might show nothing, I don't know. You're gonna be really tempted right now, or at some point in the future, to click on import design, because that would make sense, but that is wrong. Do not give in to that temptation. I repeat, do not click import design. Don't do it. Click create design and then choose email, and then make sure import photos and text from a listing is unchecked. Click next. Now, in the same place I just told you not to click, it's something that says import HTML. Do click. Don't import design, import HTML. You will click that. You will select everything in there and delete it. Yes. All that alien language gone. Now you're going to push the control key and then V. And more alien garbage is going to show up. This is your Stripo alien garbage. Once you've done that, yeah, that's paste. If you're on a Mac, it's Command V. Click import. Oh, good, my internet connection is unstable. Yeah. Where is that? I do not know where you are. You want to be right here. Do not click import design. Click create design. Email. Text. Now import HTML. You fell from the track. That's right. Okay, now you're importing command. If you've done it right, your email's going to show up there magically because you're translating the alien garbage. It was overwhelming. It feels like I never did this.
No, this is great. I think 2 times would be the happy. I think if you do it twice, then it's like
75%.
No, 2 times means you're almost comfortable. You know what I mean? If you do it twice, you're doing a little practice.
Okay, I just got it through here. I could not, the image, I got, no, it was just dry.
Like
And
my
it
face.
good, but it doesn't work. like that. So how do you do
So. Click on the image. This one.
And then, okay, and then concept that. And how do you change that format? Okay, I see the letter.
Well,
Long time ago. I was like,
right, it'll be done.
thank you.
Hey guys, I'm looking for somebody to volunteer to help Lupe with their first open house on Saturday. Anyone that can help her from 11 to 5 on Saturday? Hyman? You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks, Carla.
Now we're doing it again.
Oh, and
That's the parents coming here.
But she's never done one.
Okay.
That's how I'm at least down.
Now, when you've done this and you've got it imported successfully, click save. Oh, you've got to name it. So this is February 2024 giveaway, save.
Yeah. Man, I know. Yeah. This part. Whatever's already in
Well, that's a friend now. So, I think I have to save this in order to get to have release. But I need to at least finish.
Okay, so you've saved,
I got
you've imported a
to-
design, you've saved the design.
Touch the
Now
baby.
it's time to click on a different place in command, the megaphone that says campaigns.
Okay, so we're headed to campaigns in command. And you need to save it. I did not.
Yes.
Okay. You guys have saved the design. I think you're building it. You already have all of that. If you've done your, you just have,
What have I done?
you might want to
Campaigns. Please go to campaigns. My computer won't do it. Campaigns. Yes. Save it, the design, until you're confident the design's been saved. When you go to, I'm waiting for you guys. I'm waiting for you guys to move on. I'm waiting. Because inevitably someone's gonna be like, I didn't see what you did. And I'm gonna be like,
No, it's, I'm
you're,
saying, are we ready? Hey, blonde lady with curly hair, you ready? Oh, no.
Okay, create campaign, top right corner in campaigns. Check email. I don't care what you put here as far as your intent, brand awareness, whatever.
That's what you put on yours when I was looking at your.
Yeah. Create campaign. Oh, you've got to name it February 2024 give away.
So you're at create campaign.
Yep. Name it at the top. Click whatever your goal is that you feel like. I don't know that this even matters. It might, and I don't understand it. But then hit create campaign and it's going to pull up the next window, which is our last and final place.
Everybody. So if anyone wants to jump over to the
Okay.
list, it might help.
Waiting for the Google Chromecast to catch up. Bingo. So the top line here is going to be a campaign name, which we've already given it. Then you're going to be able to choose your email account if you have multiple associated with command. And now you've got to create a list because you don't have one yet. So hit create list. And then you're going to hit select all. This now you may have more contacts in command than actually show up here when we do this because you don't have emails for all those people. This is why in advance we're like, make sure you get emails into command because the more you have, the more we'll get this today. Hit select all, but now bless command's heart. It's only going to collect 100. And so you have to go down if you have more than that and load more until you go down and there's no more chances to load more anymore. Load 10 more. Now I've gotten everybody. Then I have to go back up to the top. Scrolly, and select all. And you may be adding names to your, by the way, if you have them labeled in command, you can type under add contacts a tag and just add everybody who's been labeled as SOI or whatever. I make a new list every month because I'm adding people. So this is February. I've got 210 contacts selected, which sounds right to me. And I've got a list named February's going to get it. Now I can choose the name that it's coming from and the email address that they're going to reply to. This is important because they will reply to this email with funny candy heart names. It'll be great. They'll come right to your email address. The subject, Valentine's giveaway or February giveaway or whatever. And because everyone loves Texas Roadhouse, I'm going to bait them in. And then it says select design. Oh, there happens to be one there that would fit nicely. We just made it. Now you can make some like deathbed edits here, but it's not great. So I suggest that you get it perfect before you import it into command. And then click save. You can preview here. Another chance to preview between phone, tablet, cell phone. Looks like we expected. Man, my face is huge on that. I love it. Save it. Click the X. Aw. Make sure you hit save changes. And now it's going to go back to that campaign window, but there's going to be a right-hand panel that now has your gorgeous email in it. Everybody hover your mouse over send, and we're going to do this together. Hands in the air when you're ready. Ready for the roller coaster ride. I'm coming around to help people get there. Again, those of you who are not caught up with us, I will stay after class and help you first.